We are in Seward, Alaska, and we are walking to what I think will be a very cool adventure. At least I hope it is, because I spent a lot of money on it. Honestly, I'm really happy that it's just not raining for me, because a lot of these have been getting canceled this week, and I probably would have been pretty disappointed if I had waited around in this area for as long as I did, just because I've been hearing that there's much better weather north of Anchorage, so I just can't wait to go find the sunshine and like a clear blue sky. That's all I want. That's all I want. Earlier that month, I had arrived in the Yukon. It was rainy there too, but I had plans to meet up with my friend Anna to travel in my tiny camper together. My camper is very much built for one person. I had built a bed extension for situations like this, but realistically, maneuvering around inside the camper in the morning with extra luggage because there was rain outside, it was very squishy. Our adventure started in the town of Whitehorse. From there, we would drive the Golden Circle route. Basically, it's a loop that takes you onto a ferry into Alaska and then exit Alaska back into the Yukon from a different border. That ferry to Alaska dropped us off in the tiny port town of Haines. When we arrived, there was a power outage because it was of course raining there too. So we postponed our hike and wandered into town. Pretty soon, we came across some hustle and bustle coming from inside the Hammer Museum. It was a good visit. We even got to stay in a friend's cabin, and the sun came out just enough before it was time to take Anna back to the airport. does feel very good to be out on a hike in nature. And I realize it's like basically every time I open the door, it's raining and I'm driving, I spend a lot of time in my little SUV. So I was just going a bit stir crazy. I'll go on this hike, and then there's this cafe I found, and they said that the whole, like it's like a campground cafe. So wow, I'm out of breath. I decided to mix it up tonight and make dinner in this pavilion. I didn't want to have my windows open because it's still raining, and it's been for the past like 24 hours. And it seemed nice to not let water come in through the window. My curry looked pretty ugly, but that's what it was. And it really wasn't that good. But I added my own seasonings to it, and it got a little better. Sun I've seen in like days.
Backtrack that half mile from the lake to that junction for like a 50-foot hand trim. I wouldn't really like hike beyond it too much just because
Are we surprised? No. Well, it's raining, but we got some nice iceberg things. I should read the signs on the way out so I actually know what's going on, but I'm pretty sure they just break off the glacier and then float into the lake that is here as they melt. Pretty cool science stuff. I did meet some geologists. What's a good thing to talk about when you're sitting in the rain at a glacier lake? I feel pretty good about life right now. I feel like this week has been, I don't know, an emotional roller coaster. I'm sure people can relate to this. And this happened a lot when I was like working in the bar and going to bed at like 4 a.m. or something. You know, you wake up late, most of your day is gone, you drink coffee late, you're awake later, you fall asleep late, and then the cycle repeats. That's kind of what my past few days have been. This was obviously an exception because I had to wake up at like 6:45 to be ready on time for the taxi, but that's happened, or like that's been a cycle that I've dealt with for a really long time. That's kind of like put me into some rough days just because you start the day on the wrong foot. And the one thing that helped me the most that I should really take myself back to and try to remember was that, like, okay, there's a couple things. First of all, I need to not start the day immediately thinking about everything that's on my to-do list or that I want to get done or experience. I just need to wake up and just worry about waking up. Like, just think about the coffee that I could be making, and like I'll be like making coffee while living in the SUV. It's still kind of annoying, like have to open doors or windows and whatever. But I could find something. I just have to get started, and then the rest I can worry about after I've been awake for an hour or half an hour or whatever. The other thing that was like huge in terms of kind of like my journey to improved mental health and just like relationship with myself was having that self-compassion and giving myself permission to rest. What a concept. It's like an overarching theme in my life is just like not enough rest and pushing myself for no reason and then being like surprised when I'm tired. So, you know, it can be as simple as just giving yourself permission to lay in bed an extra 15 minutes. And with that, don't start immediately negative self-talking. And I'm just saying this like I'm saying it to you, but I'm really saying it to me. Cut the negative self-talk, because that's not a good way to start the day. I can tell you that for free. I guess I have kind of fallen a bit back into some of those bad habits, and today was a really nice change to just like have a reason to get right out of bed in the morning. Am I wise yet or what? You know, just in combination with like the weather that we've been having, and I think this contrast of like being on my own again, and not every day has to be a great day. Not every day has to be an adventure. Not every day has to be filmed. Not every day has to be the ideal day. These are all things I'm learning. I think when I get back, I'm going to see about getting fish and chips, since, you know, I'm on the ocean and whatnot. And I might leave. I might head back to Seward and try to do one of the other hikes I had planned to do there. Okay. I never know if I should say bye now. I don't know when it's gonna end. When is this video gonna end?
We got the Condensation, everybody.
It really like picked up in wind and rain, so now everything I was wearing is pretty well soaked. I could use some rain pants. As much as I'm down to go out in the rain, it's a different thing when you're coming back to a car and all your wet stuff now needs to live in the car with you. And given the weather we're having, it's not like I can just put it out in the sun tomorrow. It's just gonna keep raining. have so much condensation in my windows from all my wet stuff. Yeah, my feet are cold. The group of girls I went with were 10 out of 10. We had so much fun. It was actually not at all cold falling into the water with that dry suit on. I'm colder now walking in town, but it's not raining. Eee. The tours were canceled for the 2 days leading up to today, and they're also going to be canceled tomorrow. So I just feel like this is one of those things for the timing of everything. Could not have been more perfect. Yeah, I felt kind of weird wasting time waiting until Sunday for this trip. Even if there was space for me in the last couple days, they would not have even gone. That would have been worse. So I just feel and along with that, the group I ended up going with, travel nurses, people that are very like-minded to me, and were so much fun. And now I'm gonna go meet some of the girls out for a drink / not drink. Every time I'm all stressed and sad and waiting around or disappointed with my reality, it always turns out that there is a grand plan, and I just need to trust that everything's gonna work out and be all worth it. I'm gonna talk to you later. Bye.